All right, Poke Court mates, guys, go ahead and get them on if you can. We'll go ahead and get started though. Had to get the last couple of few work things in since I had to work through most of the battle. So yeah, guys, planning on doing it a little differently, but there was a communication fuck up there on my part. But basically, we're gonna be calling the attack off and not going through with it. We had met a couple weeks ago and decided whether we were going to do this or not. Essentially, we had three choices ahead of us. We were going to either straight pull out a delve, um, go for a final attack, or just keep the stalemate going on forever. The stalemate could have gone on for a lot longer. It was definitely, in a sustainable position, but the gameplay itself had gotten a little bit stale. So the desire to keep the stalemate going on was kind of waning. We'll go over it, and we've got a forum post and a post-mortem to do after this, where we'll go over and talk about what we did wrong and all that and how we got to this point. But as far as whether we could have kept it going on for a lot longer, it's clear that the gameplay was not exactly what we signed up for in month 13 of the war. And so the decision whether to retreat out of Delve or go for a final attack, came up. We mulled it over a little bit, and we'd come so far, going through Fountain, going through Delve, period basis, Aquarius, all those keep stars, coming back from M2 the way we did, all the NPC Delve keep star drops, everything we'd gone through. Even though it'd be risky, we knew it would be. It just felt better to take a shot at it, and so that was the plan going into it a couple weeks ago when we decided we were going to make an announcement on the 24th. We did it like that so we could take some time to really evaluate it and make sure everyone was on the same page. Right before the announcement on the 24th, we decided to go for it. We were going to use a plan that had been proposed a couple of months ago, but never tried because it was really fucking risky. And then right after we made the announcement, 2 days later, CCP kind of pulled the TTT right out from under us with no fucking warning. And a lot of the money coming from the TTT was a big part of it. So, I can go into the plan in more detail later, but in a nutshell, assuming you get through the iHubs, assuming you get through the jammers, you then got to kill the keep stars, which involves suiciding thousands and thousands and thousands of battleships at them. You got to win the fights before that. To get the 1EQ iHub down, you got to suicide thousands and thousands of ships fit with T2 and TOSIS just to get it down. There's a lot to it, and 13 months into the 13 months into the conflict, especially with scarcity the way it had been going on, we had to make decisions about where we're going to get these resources, how we're going to pay for it. And even though the TTT was something that we always assumed would eventually go away from us, we didn't assume it would instantly go away from us with no warning. So that just changed the calculus at the worst possible moment. If we had known before the announcement, we could have made a better decision. If we had known that this was planned months ago, we could have made a better decision. But the timing on it could not have been fucking worse. It was just a serious gut punch there from CCP. And the TTT has benefited us a lot over the years. There's been a lot of debate about whether it's a good game mechanic or not. The high-sec citadels in general are probably not a great idea. I've never been a big fan of them, and that's definitely a debate to be had. And I don't think if CCP had come out and said, we've evaluated this, we've talked about it, this is something we're going to consider getting rid of, anyone who was a part of the TTT wouldn't have really thought that much of it. But to do it like that instantaneously with no notice was pretty gut-wrenching. So to go through that the past 2 or 3 weeks, just from, whether we're going to go for it, what, fuck it, let's go for it. And then, here's a plan that we're going to use that relies on certain aspects. Here's the pull see if you can.
Yep, we got it.
It was just pretty brutal. So, we talked about whether we were going to go through it or not. Anyway, we decided probably not. We decided today would basically be like a numbers check thing. And with the idea that it was most likely, going to be our last battle here. And then after the battle, we were going to make an announcement. I did fuck up and miscommunicated some of these Keepstar unanchors. I'm trying to be clever, but it is what it is. So going forward over the next couple of weeks, we're going to start our withdrawal from Dell queries and period basis. There's going to be a lot of fighting still. We kind of have to fight our way out here. We're still in a pretty good spot. We've still got numbers because everyone will be picking up their stuff. We should have pretty solid, numbers here to fight with. We're going to need people's combat assets to stay in place. Basically, we're going to be fighting with Munins, Eagles, Feroxes, Retributions, Harpies. That's going to be the main go-tos. All of your combat capital, Supers, Titans, Carriers, Dreads, Facts, they all need to stay in place for the moment. The priority for the next 2 weeks is going to be getting non-combat assets out and unanchoring any structures that we can. We don't expect to get all of them. We'll get some, possibly. We'll do what we can. But we're going to focus clearly on non-combat assets. So what we'll be doing here soon is we'll be spinning up a Titan bridging freighter train. We'll be readjusting freight please ignore, so they'll point to Ignoitin. And then we will have a variety of non-combat movement fleets. Combat assets need to stay in place. So if you've got quite a few capitals, a lot of you have, a couple dreads, a couple carriers, and then some spare dreads and carriers as well. We're going to start doing those spare capitals shortly, but not right away. We're going to focus on the non-combat assets first, and then we will start doing the spare capitals, then we'll do the real capitals, and then we'll do Supers and Titans. As far as subcaps go, especially if you're not a capital pilot, obviously anyone with capitals who can put subcaps in your capital, that'll be easy to move. If you can help corp mates, and I expect all the corps will be able to figure this out for the most part, you'll be able to help with that as well as far as putting subcaps in capitals. And then for the extra ships that we have that are not able to fit in capitals, we're not going to do long base subcap moves for where we're going. What we'll probably do is set up, it's smartest to just rip the rigs off, if we're being honest, for any subcaps that you want to move that you don't want to take by gates and can't fit in the capital. The rigs are pretty cheap on pretty much every ship we use. We don't use T2 large rigs, and T2 medium rigs aren't that bad. So it's easiest to rip the rigs off and make a courier contract, and that's what we'll end up doing. We'll get most of the ships through capital moves, and then for the extras, because we have so many ships here, we'll be able to do it that way. As far as fighting tonight in USTC, expect goons to be pretty excited actually. I would expect them to form up. We're definitely going to have some fights tonight. We'll definitely have some fights going forward in the coming week or two. And then as we get closer to getting the structures unanchored, we'll start talking about getting the capitals out, bringing out the actual combat assets, and then the final moves there. As far as where we're going from there, we're going to take it one step at a time. We're going to go to Ermalin first, and a lot of stuff will go to Perbaheat, a combination of Ermalin and Perbaheat. And then we'll go across the low-sec Keepstar chain all the way to Ketch, and then we'll go from there. It's going to take, well, we'll get to the questions in a second. So basically, it's going to be a staged withdrawal over a couple of weeks. We'll go 2 weeks to get everything out of Delve, and then probably a week to move to Ketch, and then after 3 or 4 weeks, then we'll go on to the next step. Other than that, we'll have some more information coming out. We have a forum post written. I fucked up the timing a little bit, and I would have gone up first, but we'll put it up tonight. And in the meantime, we will field a few questions for now. So once again, you can just type them in sidebar for now. Turtle asks, do we need GDC5 to get out of Delve? Probably for your Super and Titan, obviously, but you didn't have a Super and Titan for GDC5. You shouldn't have a Super and Titan without GDC5. For regular caps, most likely.
The Keepstar chain works with JDC4 for regular caps.
The tests will be staying together. We'll be going to secure space. We'll be pulling out to drone land area, and we'll be setting up new space.
Really?
Stand by one sec. So Balsamer asked what happened to the TTT. So last Tuesday, CCP put a patch out without warning, introduced a change that changed the tax in NPC stations to be cheaper than the tax in player citadels, which effectively killed all the TTT income, which used to not be all of our income, but because the war had been going on for so long, we decided at various points that we could sacrifice certain income streams because we had the TTT to keep the attack going on. So, it makes it really hard to plan long term when CCP doesn't announce what they're going to be doing in advance, and they just throw changes out randomly with no warning. But that's kind of, the game we play, I guess, in the company that makes it.
Just for 3 months.
Yeah, but who really trusts them, 3 months, I don't believe that bullshit. I don't think anyone does. I know when we were talking about it internally, no one did this.
Are you a CSM member?
CSM isn't told everything.
Not only is the CSM, not only is the CSM not told everything, but even if the CSM was told stuff, I can't act on the information I'm NDA'd. I can personally change it, but I can personally adjust my own perception, but I can't tell other people, hey, this is about to happen. And I'd have to look at the NDA. I don't know how much I can say about the warning we got, but it wasn't great. So, Yuri asked, what does this mean for the state of the game? The game is what it is. These game mechanics are not great. We spent a couple of months trying to break into 1DQ. Now, there are different ways we could have done it with varying levels of risk. We tried one way. As I'll mention in the post, I don't think it was a bad idea to do what we did. There were other ideas we could have tried. But, with the server the way it is and the game mechanics the way they are, it's really difficult to take, that kind of constellation against that kind of numbers. There's really just not many ways to do it. We've known about these mechanics for a while. The alternatives were pretty much doing nothing, and we took it about as far as we could go. We've been fighting for 13 months. We started all the way in our own space, and we marched 13 keep stars around Losec. We burned down all of Fountain. We burned down all Aquarius, all of Period Basis, all of Delve, 40 plus keep stars. Just an astronomical amount of stuff. There really hasn't been an offensive or a war that was done like this in EVE history. It's never really been this difficult to play offense, and the way we did it was pretty impressive, to be honest. So yeah, it sucks to not get to the final point. And as far as the state of the game, now that everyone knows that you can do this, you can just hold up in a constellation. We'll see what CCP does. I don't know. The mechanics have been troublesome for a while, so it's kind of on them. But outside of the major battles, the hack battles are good. Subcap battles are pretty good. So there's definitely still a lot of game to play for sure. Roan 6 asked, is there a ceasefire? No, this isn't a ceasefire. We're just doing a stage withdrawal. There's no deals. Kane Banu asked, will we have a keep start chain in our entire route? Yes, we still have the low sec route. It is still there. That is what we're using to pull out. Q-Ball asked, when did our allies find out we were pulling out? Everyone made the decision at the same time. There are a couple people who knew in advance, but most of the stuff you saw about people acting in advance wasn't actually that. Some of it was just random Titans being sold. Some of it was just people moving stuff around. Well, it was a few people just deciding on their own without knowledge. I know who had knowledge, and it was all decided at the same time. Guys, the JDC thing is the same. Like Supers and Titans need JDC 5. They always have. As far as regular capitals, I don't know about the JDC 4 route. I only ever look at JDC 5 stuff.
If you have a JDC full regular cap, you'll just have to take the super cap route.
If they got here through the Keepstar chain, then you can probably get them back through the Keepstar chain.
One moment, guys.
Did I miss anything?
Yeah, one moment, guys. I'm just typing. Need to do this. All right, continuing on. Our Dino Buck's going to be paid back in time. Yes. Support grab that. Part of the reason that we are not trying to do this without the TTT money is so that we don't put ourselves into an amount of debt that is impossible to climb out of. So that is part of the intention, and we will be able to pay those back in time. Isaac asked about the inevitable Imperium revenge plan. Yeah, I mean, quote unquote, test is next, of course. I mean, yeah, things are going to be our forever. I mean, and honestly, I'm okay with it. They didn't do shit before this war, so if they're going to start striking out and creating content, that'll be pretty interesting. And I think it'll be a good situation. The war's been going on for a very long time. It has created a lot of burnout. It was a lot of fun. We did a lot. It was, something that hasn't really been done before. In this game, a war of this magnitude, a war of this much carnage, with this many fights. It was very time-consuming for a lot of leadership people, and so and line members. And so, I think once everyone gets out and gets a little bit of a break, if things want to come after us, and I'm sure they will, 100%, I don't think it'll be anything we can't handle. Well, let's see here. Melina, if you're new, bro, there are plenty of court mates I'm sure who will help you out. So, you're in port, and port always takes care of their own. Dan Fraser asked about jump fuel. We have plenty of jump fuel going on. Dante asked about the TTT. So the TTT was not the entire thing that was holding up the alliance for a while, and even recently. But as the war's gone on, we decided to abandon our space and move into Delve. That was a calculated risk, and that allowed us to, move in, set up our space, get all the ADMs up, kill the Goon Keep Stars. We were able to do that because of the TTT. Without the TTT, we would not have been able to make a decision like that. So we took some calculated risks to prolong the war and put us in a position to go for it. And, had we had more warning, had we known this might happen, maybe we wouldn't have taken those decisions, but now we did. All right, we've got a few more things coming up here. Take a few more questions, and then we're going to start getting ready for fleets tonight, because I'm sure goons will be in T5Z and other areas, and we'll get to find them tonight. Zagaza says, is it fair to say that CCP won the war? No, we definitely made plenty of mistakes. Was it convenient for goons that scarcity happened to be going on, and we kept getting, more and more industry challenges as the war went on? Sure. CCP definitely wasn't doing us any favors, but no, we definitely made our own mistakes. We're not going back to, so a couple people asked why I'm not going back to esoteric, despite being strategically unwise. Part of the reason we went to this war, through this war, was to get out of esoteria. So, it's definitely something we do not want to do if we could choose to.
Cats would be great.
Yeah. The decision to retreat was made a few days ago. Now we can invade state. Legacy is coming with us. It's going to take a while to regroup, so, we'll go from there. Don't know this column. Volume, no, you cannot still buy Dino Bucks. Arthur, I might do a Hot Wings punishment. We'll see. All right. I think we're good on questions. We're going to put out a forum post, and we're actually going to do an alliance discussion thread. This is not exactly the ideal way to announce it, so we'll do an alliance discussion thread, and we'll go from there. But for now, here's what you need to be doing. Getting your combat ships still ready to fight, because we'll still be going for the next 2 weeks. Get your non-combat assets ready to pull out. If you've got freighters, start filling them up. We're going to have the Titan freighter chain going soon, and then we'll go from there. So be around tonight, be looking for pings, and we'll go from there. That's it for now, guys.
So, what's everyone's thinking?
What a fucking shit show.
Yeah, fucking shit show. I've never been nowhere depressed in this alliance than I have right now.
Indeed.
They better pay for our fucking fuel.
Hey guys.
I would rather fucking stay here and die than fucking retreat. And it's
Hey,
not
guys.
a joke.
PAPI won the war. We already won the war.
We didn't win shit.
We didn't fucking win
The
shit. If we're
90%
retreating,
of
it's
that.
Hold on,
over.
hold on. Within the game mechanics that CCP set, we took all of their SOV, 99%
There's
of
no
it. And we took
playing
all their
CCP.
R64s.
This is
I'm
the
just
game
saying,
we
it's a-
played. We knew what we were doing when we got in here. We thought it
It's
was
a-
ride or die.
It's a game.
And it's not, obviously.
And we won the
Yeah.
war.
No,
No,
now
we're
we're
not
being
doing
back.
like
That's
shit.
forfeiting.
We're giving
Whoa.
up after they've ceded all this territory and hold up and waited for us to kill ourselves, and that's exactly what we did. We didn't ride or die or go to Valhalla or anything. We just fucking gave up. I got a
Exactly.
fucking shipyard here that was supposed to burn down.
Search on Dotland for goons. They're still there. Okay.
Who gives a fuck
War's
about
lost.
Dotland? Who gives a fuck about Disc Wars?
in about 6 weeks. Fucking.
We're supposed to kick them out
Guys,
1DQ.
guys,
That was the win condition.
Guys,
Guys, kill
relax, calm
goons.
down.
Didn't do it.
Guys,
Okay.
everybody,
We're
calm
not
down.
done here.
We need
Can
everybody-
everyone please be quiet for a second?
everybody please make silence. We need to everybody contact any FK members to any car. Make
Any
sure
what?
you have everybody to move to TIC.
What?
All right, all right, all right.
any AFK members from your corps, inform them about the situation,
Did he say kick them from
All
court?
right, all right, all right, all right. Everyone,
contact them
Oh.
and let them know
Everyone
what's the
chill.
situation.
everyone chill.
So there's no other position that's safer than our position in Delve.
We
Like
won the
there's no
war.
other place to go.
Yeah, I don't know where we
Yeah, there is.
here.
Yeah, but the thing is, because CCP fucked over TTT, that's why we're losing.
Fuck the TTT.
All right, guys,
Okay,
guys,
relax,
guys.
Everybody, stop. Everybody,
Shut
stop.
up.
We won the war.
They're streaming these comms. We'll talk about it later. Go away for now. They're streaming these comms.
We won.
We did well. We did well.
Proud of every single one of you motherfuckers.
Look,
You
look for
smashed
fleet
it.
ping. Look for fleet pings later.
Hey, boss, just keep the content rolling and we'll be happy.
Let's go kill some goons.
Just keep the fights coming.
Absolutely.
If we fight our way out of here, we did a good job. Fight
Yeah.
fucking everything we got.
Yeah, we'll most
Reality-
likely be fighting in the next few hours.
I have a very
Yeah.
good feeling that the fights are going to come to us for the next foreseeable future. So you guys will have plenty.
We all went into this.
So we have ammo.
Yeah, we all went into this knowing that the win condition is very, very hard. That we got this far, that we pushed goons into 5 systems, and that we're basically up against the wall of server issues and all of that stuff makes it. Honestly, we did pretty well. Just relax.
People
Was
don't
we
need
ran
pep-
out of money and ships to beat the goons with.
No. Gothicus.
Don't need a
Not
pep
give
talk,
up
right?
as soon as we
People-
fucking think it's hard.
People don't need a pep talk. What we need is we need to get our guns and ammo ready because we're going to be fighting.
Hey, win, lose, we're the Alliance having fun.
Are we?
This sounds like
we're
we're
having
having
fun right now.
I'm having fun.
Guys,
Y'all, nobody wants to lose. Okay, it sucks, but I mean, the game goes on. There's still going to be plenty for us to do.
we didn't lose.
We didn't lose, man.
What is wrong with you?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
I don't
Look how
see what
much
was wrong.
fucking-
Dude,
What was wrong
They
with the
have
status
one
quo?
System.
What was
Oh
wrong
my
with having
god,
them
dude,
in
what
one
are you
DQ?
talking about? We did not lose.
What was okay?
If
What
it's
was wrong with
fairness
holding
to
him in one
maintain
DQ?
the status quo, you need like however many alliances we've got to sit there and babysit the whole thing.
Yeah.
Well,
like,
okay,
It's like
first of all,
2,000 people constantly you need on standby to defend that
Yeah,
status
it's not
quo.
just that.
It's
Listen,
not
listen.
sustainable.
according to the
It
game
wasn't sustainable
mechanics,
for them
according to
either.
the
It was
game,
harder on them than us.
One person at a time, guys.
according to the game, right? According to the EULA,
Like,
you
despite
can't
all
bully
the
people
Reddit
out of the game.
herf it was harder
Okay,
on them
the
than
Sir-
us.
whole idea
Cernus,
of
stop.
out of Eve is bullshit. But we took all their soft. We took all their R64s. We did it for over a year.
Yeah, but
Dude,
we did
starved
not,
them.
Vegas. Sorry, buddy. We didn't, right? The truth is the truth. The fact remains they still had some systems. Let's be fair.
Yeah, but that does. But so we didn't like completely fail and lose the war. We won.
No,
and goons off the face of the
Hey,
map.
man.
I got
Hitler
12
was in his
trillion
own
on my
bunker,
kill
we
board
still
of,
won the
of
war,
goon
just
Who
saying.
assets.
gives a shit about Killboard?
I'm just saying we killed
yeah.
a bunch of ISK is what I'm saying. I mean,
Have
we-
you
we-
ever seen anyone else do this to goons?
Yeah,
follow
yeah,
them.
I've been
We
doing it
follow
since
everybody into
2011.
battle.
Dude,
We built up our
2011, I've been fighting
shipyards at the behest of our leaders, and then we didn't get to fucking use them all, and now we have to move it all.
Okay, Gothica, guys. No one said that we're packing up and leaving like fucking tonight. Not tonight. Calm down, everybody. Calm down. There's still gonna be plenty of fighting. We're still gonna use a lot of ships. Relax. All right.
As long as you say that, I'm happy.
Okay.
If I'm
I'm
just
happy,
run my
Pappy.
2 cents and that's it. Basically, what I'm gonna say, like, this is one of those tough calls. If we're gonna stay here, other alliances are gonna leave. It's not just up to us to decide. If the NC, BH, like Horde decides to leave, we will be annihilated. It's just if we wanna survive, we have to make this call. And I think it's not a total loss. We did insane economic damage.
All right. Reality is the amount of assets and ISK and all of that we took from goons is massive. All right. No one can debate that. All right. That we can't kill them outright, which is something that was always like almost unattainable, and we all knew that going in, doesn't change that we achieved more than most people ever thought we could have. All right.
Yep.
Yeah, still we lost the war.
Okay, guys, calm down. All right, do you still have your ships? Are they still docked in the Keepstar? Do you still have your Titans, your Supers?
Came in to kill the goons.
Calm down. Stop. Eve is a
though.
Okay, okay. It's currently a choice, all right? Do we ram our heads into game mechanics that are rigged against us, servers that don't work, and lose everything, trying to do something that we have all come to the agreement we will not be able to do as the game currently stands? Or do we conserve what we have, which is still a fucking lot? We still have all our Titans, all our Supers, we still have all our structures, all our ISK. Calm down. Stop. Please let me finish. Please let me finish.
Yeah, let him finish, guys.
Okay. We did all of that. We still have all of our assets. All right. The biggest thing that keeps me personally playing Eve is the community. My corp, the alliance I'm in, getting to fleet up with you guys, getting to spend time with you guys on comms, and to me that is more important than anything, right?
Yeah, so
that we're making the decision to conserve our assets to make everyone's game still playable, so that we can still play the game, that we can still fly together and fleet up, PvP, kill shit, all of that. To me, that is the most important thing. Did we kill goons? No. Did we bleed them almost dry? Yes. Right? They still have a lot. Yes, that is true. They have as many Titans and Supers as we do. They still have the 1DQ constellation. But the reality is we killed 40-something Keepstars. We took their entire region for over a year. They're bled dry to an extent, but the game mechanics as they stand, we cannot push the last mile. That is something that is out of our control. And if we try to push that last mile, it will bleed us dry. That's just simple reality of the game as it stands right now. All right.
Hey, Noor, consider letting some line members just pipe up and let you know how they feel. I mean, we've been listening to you guys for over a year, right?
And that's fair. And I just wanted to get that out there because I was hearing a lot of stuff. And to me personally, as long as Test stays together, I still fly with my corp, I still fly with you guys. That's all that matters, right?
I think this is a solid way to ensure that we're not staying together, personally.
What's that?
I feel this is a solid way to ensure that we don't stay together.
What's a solid way?
Can you elaborate on that?
I mean, I've never seen so many people pissed off at the organization as right now. So you're saying oh, this is going to keep us together, but if anything, that's just going to fragment more and more, right?
That's a valid point.
Yeah, it's pretty unfortunate. There's no way to
but in fact,
draw
all we're
this
really
down
doing is just running.
Well,
okay.
You said move all your assets,
I think he's
buy more
right.
assets, and then
right,
run away after doing so.
Let's get out of the vodka bar.
Guys, look, the crack addict and his bunch of fucking Kool-Aid drinkers are streaming it. Let's move to a different channel so they can suck our dicks. Let's move to the Bacon Bar or something. Let's just shift lounge.
Bacon bar.
They're just gonna stream the war. See you next time, suckers.
Yeah, Goons are streaming this, so tell them to fuck off.
Pappy won the war. Pappy won the war.
Oh,
Man,
I definitely
mission
won the war.
accomplished.
Goons are just Hitler in his bunker. We won.
Is there a bacon bar?
You know how much fun I had over the last 13 months?
I know,
Are
me
you
too.
shitting me? The amount of friends I've made along the way.
Yep.
That's the real war.
Is there a bacon bar still?
There is, but
Yeah.
it'll also be streamed as well. Like that's just the deal.
If they're here, they're gonna be
Whatever.
there, right?
Yeah, like it's not hard to get a comp spy in.
Well, this is my 2 cents. Goons did put up a good fight, right? We did our best, right? But we get to say, as the PAPI alliances that went against the Goon Swarm and their allies, that we pull them to a single constellation, right? No one before us had done that, right? So you get to say, shit, like we did this, boys. Like,
I mean,
proud of
yes,
yourself.
that's correct. Unfortunately, also, no matter what Reddit says or whatever spin you choose or choose not to believe, most of the keep in mind, and this is entirely accurate. Most of the game did come together for the sole purpose of this particular goal. That particular goal, as stated from the beginning, was not entirely met. We did our best to get to it. They will have the ability to rebuild. Like it, I mean, it is what it is. There is something kind of fundamentally flawed when it comes to